Yeah, it was. I was expecting a little bit of the 2013 shootout that we saw between Tony Romo and Peyton. It didn't end up quite working out that way, but it was still an interesting game. And then that was a hell of a performance from the Broncos. That was mad because my dad got to watch the Bronco game and how well they were playing. And I had to sit there. We were flipping back and forth between the Bengals game, and I had to just keep watching Nick Chubb run for touchdowns against my team. I didn't appreciate it, but anyways, now let's get into week 10 of the 2021 FEOTB NFL Pick'em. Niko, you had the worst week last week. I had the second best week last week. The benchwarmers are dominating us in that regard. Let's go ahead. Let's start this thing off. Thursday Night Football, Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens going to Miami to play, I believe, Jacoby Brissett, because Tua is still injured, and the Miami Dolphins. Who do you got for the Ravens-Dolphins game?
Dolphins got blessed with the Texans on their schedule. The Texans are just god-awful. It's a bye week when you play the Texans. And, man, the Ravens – I think the Ravens are going to cover like minus 15.5. I don't know what the spread is right now, but it's going to be something stupid. And the Dolphins with Jacoby Brissett.
7.5. 7.5 is
that's very generous. That's very generous. I did not know that. I'm taking that already. But yeah, I'm taking Ravens here the whole way. They don't have an answer for anything that Baltimore will have.
Over under 46.5.
Under, because the Ravens offense has been struggling a little bit, but the Dolphins won't be able to put up any points.
Yeah, I'm going Ravens too. I think that the Ravens are getting into the place where they're going to be competing with the Steelers and Browns for the AFC North Division. So we're both on the Ravens for Thursday Night Football. Falcons at Cowboys. I'm going with the Cowboys. I think that this was a spot where I could chase both ways, because I got the Falcons last weekend, and I didn't get the Cowboys last weekend, and I could have switched off. And this was one game where I'm just trying to break one of my betting tendencies. So I'm going with the Cowboys. I'm sticking with Dak and company getting things figured out and being able to run the ball, because you got Zeke and Pollard. So you guys should be able to run the ball against whoever you play. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I'm nervous about it, though. This is not a game that I'm confident in at all. Falcons, Cowboys. Who do you got?
I'm going to go Cowboys too, because Falcons fans don't drown out stadiums like the Broncos do. So I'm going to go the Cowboys at home. Falcons just don't have a talent to match up with the Cowboys. I probably could have said that last week about the Broncos, but the Cowboys are – I think it was a Stephen A. Smith curse, because Stephen A. said that they're the best team in football last week, and that's why they lost. But I think, man, screw it. Like, give me the Cowboys, because I still think they're a very, very good football team. I think maybe it was a fluke. I hope it's not, because I hope the Broncos can do something. But I'm going to go with the Cowboys, because I can't bet with the Falcons here.
I'm not confident at all in that one. So we're both on the Cowboys. Saints going to Nashville and taking on the Titans. I have Tennessee pretty easily in this one, especially because the Saints don't have their offense figured out.
You don't trust Trevor Siemian? You don't trust Trevor Siemian?
It's not that I don't trust Trevor Siemian. I don't trust Sean Payton with Trevor Siemian. Nobody who has played with Trevor Siemian at quarterback has given him any kind of control, because they don't trust him. And I think that's where he's worst. I thought that we were going to see Taysom Hill now that Jameis is out for the season, but apparently
I don't know why. They really don't trust Taysom then. They must think he fell off the face of the earth.
They're paying him like they trust him.
Yeah. Why the hell are you not even thinking about trying it?
I don't understand why. A total of 3 touches the other day, and I believe he's making around $20 million this season.
Why is that not even a conversation you're having? Like, you paid him all this money. Just throw him out there. He's doing nothing. He's doing nothing.
He's just taking up a roster spot right now.
Yeah, I'm taking Tennessee too. Tennessee,
the boys.
Taking the boys.
All right. AFC South, Jaguars at Colts. I think the Colts, even though they didn't look great on Thursday night, they were able to beat the Jets. So that's more than I can say for my team. And Carson Wentz is not MVP level Carson Wentz. He's not garbage dumpster fire that Carson Wentz has been for the last 2 seasons. So I think that they're still good enough. They're going to beat the Jaguars. The Jaguars had their fluke game against the Bills. They did something. I don't know what it was, but it happened. And now I think that they're going to not be able to keep that going. They're going to go into Indianapolis and lose to the Colts. I got Indy.
I mean, look, it was the Urban Meyer game, right? You win the ball game 6-9. And Urban Meyer gets a big win on the road against the Bills. I'm not going with Jacksonville because fuck that. But hey, look, Carson Wentz doesn't have to do shit. All you gotta do is hike, hand the ball off to Jonathan Taylor. That's all you need to do, and then you'll be fine. And then, every once in a while, dump it off to Nyheim Hines too, and then you'll be okay. Don't worry, you don't gotta do a whole lot.
Yeah, well, Urban Meyer is 500 after the finger banging incident, and coincidentally, Jonathan Taylor blasted through the line against the Jets and had the fastest touchdown run of the season, similar to how Urban Meyer blasted through the line and went way up where he shouldn't have been in that video. Yeah, both on the Colts. That one's fairly easy. This one. Browns Patriots. The betting line on this one is -1.5. The Patriots are favored. They are the home team. It's in Foxborough, but I think this is one of it's actually moved to just +1, straight up +1 for the Browns, and the Browns are +1 at +100. Whew.
Oh, you just stole one of my beats of the week. I already put that down right away.
Yeah, I saw it at 1.5, and I didn't really like it, but +1 at +100.
What does that half point do for you, Jimmy? At one
Niko, I just lost a parlay off half a point. A half point means a lot to me right now. I'm in desperate need of a half point. I'm going with New England because I think that Bill Belichick has the team. The team understands what they have to do now, and they're coming into their own for. I think that honestly, right now they can push the Bills for the NFC East, or AFC East.
They could get a chance at possibly pushing the Bills, but they're not going to because the Browns are a better football team, and they got rid of Odell. That's why.
Well, the Browns haven't put it together in back-to-back weeks all season.
Also, worries me that Chubb may be out, but apparently he's vaccinated. It's just the reports. So he only has to have 2 negative COVID tests, and then he can play Sunday. So I'm still going to go with the Browns because I loved what I saw out of Clowney. And I think Mac Jones could be put on a tee out there. And Clowney and Myles Garrett are just going to swing for the fences.
I don't know. Bill Belichick's shown to shut down pretty explosive offenses so far this season, and I'm gonna put my faith in him. I don't often do that, but I haven't, and he's killed me so far. So I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I think that they'll beat the Browns this week. Next game up, Bills at Jets. Do the Bills get a bounce back, or do we see the Jets? Are the Jets gonna pick one up?
If the Bills lose this game, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna be
no more AFC Championship.
I'm not even gonna say you're not even gonna host a playoff game. I'll say the Patriots will win the division. You lose back to back. First of all, the tweets out there that are hilarious is like, man, the Bills didn't just get a bye week; they got a bye month because this month they played the Texans, the Jaguars last week, and now the Jets. If they lose to the Jets, I have no words. I don't know what happened, but just let Josh Allen loose. Don't even try to run the ball. Just fucking let him throw the ball 500 yards down the field and tell Diggs to just go run and he'll catch it.
Well, Josh Allen was let loose this past weekend. It was just the wrong Josh Allen.
Oh my gosh, the Bills' offensive line horrendous. Oh my god,
they did not look good.
Also, talk about the Manning cast curse. This is the 4th straight time that someone has went on the Manning cast and lost the next week. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen was on it last week, and they lost this week. Luckily, no Manning cast on Monday Night Football though, so I think we're safe on that bet. But hey, that's something you got to look at next week, though. I'm just saying.
Yes, degenerates, you got to start paying attention to that. The Manning curse is real. More is always better. That's why MyBookie instantly doubles all first-time deposits. With double the funds, you can double your action and, more importantly, double your wins. Getting in on the action has never been easier. I can bet with all my favorite currencies, including crypto, and with all that extra scratch, why not get in on the biggest matchups of the week at MyBookie?
We're getting very close to our NFL playoffs. It's almost 2022. Playoffs are right around the corner, and there are some pivotal games to be able to look out, especially this weekend, including a showdown between division rivals, San Francisco 49ers and Kyle Shanahan taking on, that guy, Von Miller, and the Los Angeles Rams. Behind MVP candidate Matt Stafford, the Rams are looking to continue rolling as they take on the 49ers defense that is badly banged up. The Rams are legit, but put them Bet them to cover the spread. Don't wait. Head to MyBookie today to redeem your double deposit bonuses so you can get in the game and start your winning now. Use my promo code BENCH, BENCH, all caps, to receive double your first deposit instantly. That's code BENCH, all caps, BENCH, so you can double your funds to double your winnings.
Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. So we are both on Buffalo there because I don't think the Jets have enough. Not even at home. Even if
it's Josh Johnson, I don't even know if Mike White's playing.
Yeah. Do you know? Here's a quick trivia question. Do you know where Josh Johnson played his football last time he was a professional?
No idea, but wasn't he in the XFL? I want to say
it was the LA Wildcats in the XFL.
I think he was drafted by Tampa Bay, I want to say. Or that might have been
that was before. His most recent stint, he was with the relaunched XFL with the LA Wildcats before they got shut down for COVID. So when I saw he was playing, I had no other words.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing, though. He did win me some money because that touchdown at the end of the game, I live bet that game minus 15.5. Plus 15. They cover touchdown at the end of the game, covered it. I was yelling. I was like, get in the end zone, go, yes! And then that obviously was the hot streak, and then I fucking was ice cold this weekend. So the Jets, that's what I get for betting on the Jets live during the game.
Well, yeah, we're both on Buffalo there. Lions at Steelers. The next one, the Steelers. The referees are throwing blocks for the Steelers now. Hip checking people.
Who had a better hip check? Was it Marquise Morris or was it the referee?
The fact that he hip checks him and then throws the flag, I'm just like, what in the? It would have been the best. I wish the guy had the balls to bump him, throw the flag, and eject him. No, bump him, throw the flag, and toss him. Because if you bump the ref, you get tossed. So be like, oh, you're gone, and then just have that on national TV. Everybody saw it. Everybody knows that was the total.
Caught 4K, buddy.
It was, yeah. You're not hiding from anybody.
No.
You're the white hat. You got the mic. The camera is on you. Yeah, and everybody saw what you did. That was just bizarre. Like I had no words for that. But also shout out Kendrick for sticking up for himself and almost getting into a fight with Hakeem Hicks. Braver man than I am.
Yeah, poor Justin Fields and that terrible Chicago team. I mean, Justin Fields hasn't had a good year, but Chicago. Look,
he's honestly Justin Fields is picking it up. We don't have a game to talk about the Bears, so this will be our chance to say this. Matt Nagy, if he has Justin Fields for more than this season, will ruin him. But he's shown that Justin Fields can do this at this level. I didn't think that he'd be that athletic compared to the NFL athletes. He was running on the 49ers defense, and he's making great plays. That deep shot that he hit yesterday, I think to Mooney, or it was either Mooney or Robinson, and they scored to go down by 6 and give themselves the chance to win. I was like, that's a big-time throw. I haven't seen him make one of those since I think the second half of his semifinal game against Clemson. That's the last time I've seen Justin Fields play like this. He's figuring it out. That's scary.
Hey, yeah, it's scary until it's not scary until they fire Nagy. So I mean,
yeah. But any who's or what's it's Lions at Steelers. Are the Lions getting their first win this week?
The Lions probably took another L in their bye week. They blew a 7-point lead to the bye week.
They're going to go 0-18 in a 17-game season.
The only thing Lions fans had to cheer about was that Stafford fucking sucked on Sunday. That's the only thing they have to cheer about.
You don't think that they're rooting for him to get one?
Oh, actually, yeah, they probably are. It's funny because I saw this last week, and obviously we record once a week, so I didn't get a chance to say this. But the Rams right now have so many people behind them. They got all of the Lions fans wanting Stafford to win a ring, and then all Broncos country wanting Vaughn to win another ring if the Broncos don't make playoffs. So it's the Rams got everything going for them. So
the Rams are pseudo America's team in that sense.
Yeah, but I'm taking Pittsburgh here. Detroit still is trash. I don't know what this team is going to do in the offseason because they don't have talent. Just like it's they have a head coach and that's it. Do you have good running backs? That's it. Like I Jefferson's not bad, but like
honestly.
Hawkinson. I'll say Hawkinson. Hawkinson's a fucking stud.
Hawkinson's a stud. Yeah. And Sewell will be good. Sewell is getting better as they go. They're going to draft a quarterback. They're going to be the first team to draft a quarterback,
but they'll be drafted in the top 3 though.
They will.
They draft a quarterback in the top 3. Oh.
There's always a quarterback that you elevate to that point. I was watching College Football Live, and I can't remember who Jesse Palmer said, but there is a quarterback who he says is possibly going to go top 5 in the draft, and he's not on a team that's like undefeated or anything like that. So there's obviously guys that are, I would guess, but yeah, it's guys that are already projected to the Lions, but they're obviously drafting a quarterback next season because Goff has not been good for them.
I mean, you look, that defensive end out of Oregon is going to be Myles Garrett 2.0. Why would you not draft him and tank for another year and get a quarterback next year where the class next year could be a lot better?
Is he?
Okay.
I don't think so.
They don't have any talent on defense.
No, they don't. I think he's more of a Jadeveon. He's a Jadeveon Clowney to where he's never going to live up to his potential. But
the Lions should be licking their chops at a Jadeveon Clowney type player, though. Because, might as well tank for another year because the quarterback class is that bad.
It is not good unless you fall in love with a guy. It's definitely not worth risking anything for.
At top 3, you have to be in love with the dude, or else you're making a huge mistake and you're sending your franchise back years. Look at the fucking Bears.
Yeah. Next game up, we both have the Steelers in that one. Next game, Bucs going to Washington to play the football team. This one was a slam dunk for me. It's Tampa Bay. Tom Brady's going to go out there and work over this. Honestly, it's hard-pressed. If you just watch this season, it's hard-pressed for me to tell you that this is a rematch of the NFC divisional game. And in a game where Taylor Heineke almost came back and beat the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah, the Bucs are going to roll over this game. It's not even going to be close, in my opinion. This game, I think, can get out of hand quickly.
Yeah. Having watched Washington in person, yeah, this one's going to be ugly. Next up, Panthers Cardinals. Arizona, Colt McCoy. Shout out Colt McCoy. And do you have James Conner on a fantasy team? Or did you play against James Conner in your fantasy league?
I played against James Conner, but the person I was playing didn't start him. Ooh. So it was even better.
Ooh, yeah. Man, no, that was – he balled out. But Colt McCoy, I've been watching a documentary on that 05 Longhorns team. He was on the team, obviously, he was Vince Young's backup that year. And I was like, wow, I totally forgot he was still playing. I thought he was like Greg McElroy and already transferred to the personality.
SEC network, yeah, or Big 12 network or whatever.
Obviously that's not the case, and he played well. The Cardinals that's how deep the Cardinals are. The Cardinals are damn good. Because I don't even think AJ Green. If AJ Green plays, it's not a fucking factor because they had
no Kyler, no DeAndre Hopkins, and no JJ Watt, and you piece up the 49ers that bad, man. Fire Shanahan for fuck's sake. But man, this Cardinals team, people are sleeping on. Like they could be like, I don't know what they're gonna be like in playoffs, but Kyler Murray, if he plays this week, he's I want to say right now is my MVP next to Tom Brady.
More than Stafford?
Stafford has had some weeks like last week. Kyler Murray has been on every single week. Obviously, he was injured this past week, so he couldn't add to the resume. But Kyler Murray has done stupid shit for every single week of the year.
Yeah. So I take it you're going Cardinals over Panthers?
Easily Cardinals, yeah. Panthers, I thought you were going to get it back when you had Run CMC, but no. No.
There's not a whole bunch of
Sam Darnold is done for. Poor guy's done for.
There's not a whole bunch of high-profile games other than a couple that are toss-ups. Everything else is kind of easy to decide. Vikings Chargers. The Chargers able to get the win. Shout out Eckler for setting up that game-winning field goal. He had a pretty solid game between running and passing. He didn't have a really good game either one, but he did enough both ways. And Herbert's a stud. Like the AFC West has some damn good quarterback play going on right now. Justin Herbert's a stud. He dropped 350 on the Eagles defense and also Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is becoming a stud too. And he's that run where he did the front flip and got the first down. I'm like, I want to play for the guy. I want to be that guy's offensive lineman. I want to snap that guy, the quarterback, the ball, and he's my quarterback. That's who I want. Nick Sirianni, hopefully you get fired so that you don't ruin Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts might have something. By God, we might have something.
Hurts and Herbert are absolute studs. Herbert is just playing for a franchise that's been cursed. That's the problem he's running into. This team doesn't have an identity. It never has. Like they had the great Phillip Rivers, who we talked about earlier, could be a Hall of Famer, and never did anything outside of one AFC championship. Like this Chargers team, Herbert's going to be a stud, but they got to get the monkey off their back, and I don't know how long that's going to take for them. I'm going to go Vikings here because
Really?
I know, tough one here. I'm going to go Vikings with the long run here because Dalvin Cook is back on track and Kirk Cousins is playing decent football. I know you don't agree with this, but the dude is not, when he's not in prime time, Kirk Cousins is a very decent quarterback. Their defense is just badly banged up, and that's where they may lose this game.
I don't know. I just think that I'm surprised you're picking against the Chargers because they've beat you the last 3 weeks. Like the last 3 weeks you've picked against the Chargers and they've been winning.
Does this look like the face of a guy that's ever going to pick the Chargers confidently? No.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Eagles, Broncos, next one up. I'm picking Philly in this one because of what Jalen Hurts showed me. But honestly, this is one of those other ones where I was kind of nervous. At some point, like 2 weeks ago, I was like, okay, I think Philly might actually be favored in this game. After the Sunday, I'm like, oh shit, Philly might come out and get their asses kicked. I don't know, but I haven't gotten one right on Philly anyways. Maybe I'll put some faith behind Nick Sirianni and we'll see what happens. I don't know.
I am going against everything I said a couple weeks back. I said I'm never going to pick the Broncos again in the Pickem unless we play the Raiders. Well, I'm going against it. Here I am picking the Broncos because it's stupid shit like last week that I'm like, man, this team has talent. It has talent. It has talent all across the board, like good young talent. But the coaching staff is going to fuck us. But look, the Eagles coaching staff is worse.
You see Nick Sirianni got a bouquet of roses tossed at him?
Yeah, I could say it's worse. So I have to go with my team. At this point, I'm betting so that the Broncos cover my wins and losses over 9.5, which is still a long ways to go. But at this point, give me 7-5 Broncos with a chance to win the division somehow after trading your franchise. I don't know how this is absolutely. I don't know how is that at all possible, but that's because the rest of your division is a fucking joke right now.
Yeah, I have no clue. Seahawks and Packers. I don't know. Obviously, since Rodgers isn't vaccinated, he's got a lot of protocols.
You can't practice until Saturday.
Yeah. So who knows what that's going to be. Jordan Love didn't play great, didn't give them any extra chance to win, but he also was put in the worst situations possible because his special team sucks. Amari Rodgers muffed 2 punts in a row, two straight back-to-back punts, and the first one bounced off your foot and put the Chiefs at the 10. That's just dumb. I think that they'll bounce back. They'll play a little bit better this week, and I just heard the rumors that Danger Russ might be available to play, so I might be screwed on this one, but I don't know. I went with my gut says Packers. I'm going with the Packers.
That's why I'm going with the Seahawks. Exactly what you just said. Danger Russ is back. Russell Wilson is having a really solid year before obviously the injury happened, and Russ is a guy that just plays with his heart on his sleeve. And the doctor report was hilarious. They said, man, this is the toughest guy I've ever seen. Never seen a guy come back from an injury this bad, blah, blah, blah. Never seen this injury in my life. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. But I'm riding with the Seahawks. That's my better judgment. I think honestly the Packers are going to start Jordan Love because Aaron Rodgers won't be able to practice all week.
Mm. Yeah, I think that's that's kind of where I'm sitting at that point too. Next game that we have here, and I made a typo on the outline, so I'm pulling it up real quick before we get to it. Bear with me for a second.
I'm pretty sure it's Chiefs and Raiders.
Chiefs and Raiders. Yep, I put Chiefs and Packers because I guess I wanted to see it twice, but it's Chiefs and Raiders. And I went with the Raiders. I think that last week they were dealt a raw deal having to deal with Henry Ruggs, obviously, and that whole situation, and just the fact that like it came 3 weeks after their head coach was pretty much publicly fired for everything that he was saying. They've dealt with so much off the field. I don't know.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs here for the sole fact of I don't care for either of these teams. The Raiders, I hate the Raiders more. And the fact that the Chiefs, I think, are going to win some stupid games and get back in the picture to win this division. The Raiders don't want to win this division. The Chargers don't want this division. The Broncos sure as hell don't either. So the Chiefs, you just have to win some stupid games like the one last week and another one this week, and you're back in the playoffs. Like it's one of those things where this defense, the Chiefs, is the worst in football. I will confidently say that this Chiefs defense is the worst in football. But since you have Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, you can win stupid games like this.
Yeah, I just think that their defense is still bad enough that the Raiders could give them problems like they have the last couple of years. So that we're split on that one as well. So we were in lockstep, and now we've split the last 4 games in a row. Monday Night Football to finish it out, Rams at the 49ers. With what the 49ers did against the depleted Cardinals team, I'm going with the Rams pretty comfortably, even though the Rams did kind of screw me last weekend, getting their asses kicked by Tennessee. I'm still with Matt Stafford, Sean McVay. I think those guys, the Rams are going to win this one easy.
Yeah, man, it comes down to coaching. Sean McVay is a far and away better coach than Kyle Shanahan. Shanahan is not a good coach at all. Absolute trash can of a coach. And this team, this organization doesn't know what they want to do. God, you got to find an identity, man. Get rid of your coach, ride with Trey Lance, and just move forward because this team doesn't know what they want. George Kittle, though, is putting up points for me, though. I love it. George Kittle is putting up a lot of good fantasy points for me coming back from an injury. But give me the Rams. Von Miller's first game. I think he's going to eat up Jimmy Garoppolo. He's going to eat him alive.
Yep, and that'll be the end of this week's FEOTB NFL Pick'em. Be sure to vote in the Twitter poll at FEOTB Pod. I'll post those on Thursday. And you guys passed me up, so now the only logical next step is to pass Niko. But you're going to have to
long ways to go.
Yeah, you're going to have to start putting together a lot of weeks like what you just did with the 8-6 record. But congrats to you guys. You guys overtook my spot. Hopefully, I'll get back on track. But now we get into